Coming up, tanker truck crash, the serious scene that's unfolding in Maryland. One young person is reportedly fighting for their life. We'll tell you more and where. New details in a hit and run after a trash truck collided with two people in the district. What investigators say the victims were riding at the time. Keeping the heat on. Those cold days, they're not over for good. We're taking a ride with one crew showing us their long list of homes needing a lot of help.
It's been a gray and gloomy afternoon on your Sunday, as predicted, with rain coming down across the DMV. We'll talk about how much rain has fallen and look at the latest radar coming up.
Also looking at savings tips to stretch your dollar for President's Day. Markdowns on hot kitchen items and where to score them ahead.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good Sunday evening. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 6 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. Developing right now, emergency crews are on scene of a massive crash in Prince George's County. Local first responders say a tanker truck is involved. Our Dave Laval joins us live from Upper Marlboro along Crane Highway and Old Central Avenue in Bowie. Dave, what's the latest you can tell us?
Well, right now, if you look over my left shoulder, you can see crews are trying to remove that tanker truck involved in this afternoon's crash. Meanwhile, traffic is slowly making its way through this intersection along southbound Crane Highway, which has been reduced to one lane through this intersection. Here's what we know. Crews were told that the crash happened about 2 hours ago. We still don't know how it happened. However, Prince George's County Fire and EMS Department said the crash caused someone inside the tanker truck to be ejected. No word on that person's condition or if anyone else rode in the truck. Hazmat teams are here to secure the truck's contents, and it looked like they transferred the fuel from inside it to another one. Also, County Fire EMS says that one person involved in the crash in the SUV had been taken to the hospital in critical condition, a juvenile, while another patient has what we're told is serious but non-life-threatening injuries, while a third person transported went to the hospital to be evaluated. There is no word how long it's going to take to clear this scene. That will happen once the tanker truck, again over my left shoulder, is removed from the shoulder of this road. So if you're making your way through this intersection, give yourself some extra time or look for a detour. We're live in Bowie, Maryland. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Our thanks to Dave. We are also learning new details after a deadly hit and run involving a trash truck in DC. Police say a man and a woman were hit by that truck while riding e-scooters, those electric scooters. Authorities previously said that two women were hit. The trash truck, along with the man and woman, were heading in the same direction on Kansas Avenue, and the truck driver allegedly turned onto Upshur Street, heading those victims. DC police say Kenny Jimenez River was killed. The woman was hospitalized with serious injuries, and the driver of the trash truck kept driving. And police later found them in Hyattsville, Maryland. They have not released that driver's name. The investigation is ongoing. In Northern Virginia, Fairfax County police say that they've charged an underage suspect with several crimes after a man was shot at the Springfield Town Center on Friday. They also said that this is the gun that they recovered. Police say calls for a shooting came in around 5:30, and they then discovered a man was shot in his upper body. Police believe an argument between the suspect and the man led up to all this. At least one gunshot was fired. The suspect took off. Detectives say they quickly arrested that suspect in the parking garage, plus another person who was underage was taken into custody. They say was connected with an assault. The man who was shot is expected to recover. New details out of Arlington, Virginia tonight. We have learned that an appliance exploded in somebody's apartment this afternoon. You can see it blew out the window of an apartment. Arlington fire officials say that this happened on South Joyce Street near 15th Street in Pentagon City. Good news, nobody was hurt, and neighboring apartment units were reportedly not damaged. We are told that crews have secured the gas line. All right, a lot of new details tonight for Sunday night. Time is 6:04. Meteorologist Scott Sumner standing by, and yes, as the weatherman predicted, look up you're feeling it. The rain is coming down.
Yeah, it's a G day, meaning it's a gray and gloomy one out there. Yeah, and we've got plenty of rain. But we need that rain because we are under a severe drought situation across the DMV. Now, as you can see here, over the last couple of hours, pretty much a steady rain. Occasionally you'll get a little moderate rain noted here with some of those yellows down towards the southern areas of northern Virginia. And these are some rainfall estimate totals so far in the last 12 hours. Upwards about 1/2 inch or even 3/4 inch, like over towards Front Royal, have been seen across parts of the area. And we're still seeing rain now, so that will continue throughout the evening. Now, a matter of fact, your future radar picks up as we go throughout the next couple of hours. A steady stream of rain will continue to overflow the entire viewing area. So here it is. Yeah, we're under a gray and gloomy night with rain and a temperature currently of 41 degrees. Well, stick around. I've got their full 7-day forecast to let you know that there is some moderation in temperatures during the work week. Ben?
All right, Scott, look forward to that full forecast. Well, weeks of brutally cold temperatures have pushed some heating systems to the brink. It also has some HVAC companies working around the clock to make sure that families stay warm. That's why DC News Now's Tim Reed rode along with one crew who is very hard at work.
A Lanham HVAC contractor says this has been the busiest winter his company has ever seen in 16 years. They've been working nonstop to keep the heat on for dozens of families.
It's been outrageous. I mean, my personal line has been going crazy. The business line has been going crazy.
Marlon Simpson says his company, A1 Heating and Air Conditioning, are handling 6 to 7 calls per day since the Sunday snowstorm a few weeks ago.
This winter so far in January, especially since the snowstorm we had, has been intense. Demand has been high. Temperatures have been extremely low in the single digits, in the teens. And folks are really struggling because their systems are working extremely hard just to put out the heat they need to stay comfortable.
Most of his service calls have been for broken heating systems.
But we've seen some real issues with parts going bad. When systems constantly run and they don't have a break, parts tend to go bad. So we're seeing motors go bad. We're seeing refrigerant problems.
Homeowner Kenny Massey is one of Simpson's heating customers. He's had some work done on his system prior to that snowstorm and wanted to make sure everything is still in working order after the storm.
Pretty much we talking about just changing the filters. And then there's also a tube filter down there in the basement where you have to often check and everything. So, you know, just staying on top of that stuff.
The biggest problem I see on every service call is a dirty filter.
Simpson says his team has handled 30 to 50 calls in the past few weeks, and some of those have been pretty costly, ranging from $1,000 to $2,000. In Lanham, Maryland, Tim Reed, DC News Now.
Thanks to Tim. From Maryland to Virginia, the statewide burn ban that's in effect for several weeks from February 15th through April the 30th is in effect officially. That means open fires are only allowed between 4 in the afternoon to midnight. This applies to campfires, household trash, brush piles. Anyone who violates this, you could face a maximum fine of up to $500. New tonight, Montgomery County Police launched a murder investigation after an elderly man was found dead at a senior living facility yesterday. Police were called to Cogear of Potomac Senior Living Facility around 7:30 a.m. That's near Falls Road Golf Course. They also found a man unresponsive inside a residence. First responders tried to save his life, but he died on scene. They say a homicide investigation was launched based on evidence that they found, but no word exactly what that evidence is. The medical examiner will find out how the man died. He has not been identified. No word on any suspects. Staying in Montgomery County, we are also hearing from the county executive about the shooting at Wootton High School earlier this week. That's when that teenager shot his classmate and is now facing charges as an adult. He called into question the security protocols at the school with concerns the resource officer assigned to the campus was at a different school that day. The county executive, Mark Elrich, says there are questions about the timeline of events and also seeming to partially blame the 15-year-old girl who was first threatened with the gun but did not immediately report the details.
We know that somebody was threatened prior to the shooting and more than an hour prior to the shooting, and probably at a point when the officer was still in the school. A person who was threatened with the gun by the same person didn't seek out the resource officer and confide in the officer and let them know that they had seen somebody with a gun in the school, and they actually had the gun pulled on them. Had that person done that, we would have been in a different situation.
Now, the suspect here is accused of using a ghost gun, and they're also facing attempted murder charges. The 16-year-old student who was shot was rushed to the hospital and is expected to be okay. It is the first full weekend of another partial government shutdown, technically day 2. Thousands of federal workers are now working without pay or being told not to show up to the office tomorrow. The shutdown does impact TSA agents, the Secret Service, and FEMA. Lawmakers are arguing over proposed restrictions to the Trump administration's immigration enforcement agenda. Funding for the Department of Homeland Security ran out on Friday when Democrats and the White House could not reach a deal. Democrats say they will not help approve more money until the new limits are placed on ICE agents. The work at ICE will continue during the shutdown. And Trump's big, beautiful bill provided ICE with about $74 billion that they can keep tapping into as talks continue on Capitol Hill. Say hello to Skyview High School. The Fairfax County Public School Board just approved a brand new name for the county's first brand new high school in nearly 20 years. This is set to open in August for next school year. Skyview High expects to welcome up to 1,000 students from the Centerville, Chantilly, Oakton, South Lakes, and Westfield areas. Classes will include special pathways for aerospace science and artificial intelligence. FCPS says the building will also include a robotics lab, and it's designed like a startup innovation hub. Then during Valentine's Day weekend, well, more than 30 couples tied the knot late this past week in Fairfax Circuit Court. The county government shared some of these photos of no doubt happy couples starting the next chapter in their life together. Congratulations, everybody. Looking ahead, Metro will run on a weekend schedule tomorrow for President's Day. Stations will open at 5 in the morning and run through midnight. Buses will run on a Saturday schedule. And WMATA is also reminding travelers the Crystal City Metro station is closed tomorrow for construction work. Shuttle buses will take you between Pentagon City and Reagan National Airport. Coming up, the long weekend sales are live from bakeware, pots and pans, knife sets, where you can stretch your dollar for President's Day. Plus, D.C.'s Attorney General going after who he calls a slumlord. New accusations against one landlord whose properties span all across D.C. And ahead at 6:30, investigators continue their search more than 2 weeks after Nancy Guthrie disappeared from her home in Arizona. We've got the latest on the investigation.